You know, we do a 5-hour show here, well, 7 hours. I do 5 of them, and you know it's tough sometimes to get a workout in. Thankfully, Chef Prasad is back with us because he's brought what has to be the heaviest award I've ever seen. This is from the Connecticut Restaurant Association, the Crazies. We've talked about those before. Caterer of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, you and I have been friends for years and years and years, and I know you go big or go home. What's the biggest catering gig you've done in the last few months?
Just about 1,000 people in 1 week, so 3 days event.
That's nothing. 1,000 people he feeds. Next thing is that you can kill somebody with this. If you need a knife, we could just spear something with it.
It is pretty heavy.
It's nice.
It's pretty heavy.
It is. It's nice to see you back here to show us a little easy dish. We were talking earlier about how curries are big these days, and they're easy to do.
Yep, it is. And there are so many types of curries. So people also buy the curry powder, which I would never buy it. I would never recommend anybody to buy any curry powder.
They would run you out of town, wouldn't you? Look at all the spices that we have here. Yeah, if you know what you're doing, you just, a little of this, a little of that, right?
Absolutely. So it's all about, taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of spices, such as cinnamon, cardamom, cloves. You got nutmegs, chili powders, star anise.
Do you want to use more, or do you want to use less? I mean,
you want to balance it, right? So you never want to use it more. You don't want to use it less.
But in terms of the different kinds, it kind of muddles together.
Yeah, one thing I would say is go easy on the cumin. Cumin can be bitter. It's got a lot of flavor. You can't cook a lot of food without the cumin.
Right.
But too much of cumin can turn your dish into bitter.
Write that down, kids. Go easy on the cumin. All right, go to work here.
Well, that's one of the reasons. So we're making a very simple fish curry. I start with some mustard seeds. They might actually pop up. It's a very simple curry. We got some nice chopped ginger. These are all good for you. We got a little bit of red onions. And they have a little bit of green chilies. This is what makes the dish a little spicy.
Kick in there,
a little kick in there. There you go. I like it a little bit. And then we take a little bit of cayenne. Just get this fish going on a little bit. A little bit of salt.
What kind of fish you got there?
I got a striped bass today, and then we can just toss and twist and all that, and then we can get the fish going on right in the pan here. Right. And that'll sizzle. This is already sizzling.
Yeah, that was good. Now you have this on a pretty high heat, though.
It is. So it is. So you don't want to brown the onions or anything like that. You just want to sweat them up. So by adding a little bit of salt, it kind of sweats it a little faster too.
Okay.
So there's a little salt in there.
Hold the cumin, add the salt. I'm mentally writing all this down.
I got a little bit of turmeric in here, which is what gives you that beautiful color. It's also good for you. We add this time a little bit of tomatoes. And then once it's sauteing, this is another beautiful thing. See, I never use a curry powder. Right. This is the curry leaf. Curry leaves makes a very good flavor. And there's nothing in India you'll ever find a curry powder. If you go to any of the kitchens in America and Europe, the English have made that beautiful curry powder, but it doesn't taste good.
Is this like a bay leaf where you're eating it, or you're taking it out at the end?
You can actually eat on it. It doesn't have a taste, but it does have a lot of flavor.
I was going to say, because I've been to a few Indian restaurants in my time, and I know that's been in some of the dishes, and I've been eating the whole thing. Maybe I've been doing something wrong. Now we add the coconut milk.
So coconut milk, I like to use the Thailand coconut milk. It's called the Chaco. It's fantastic. It's very creamy. It's nice. You'll have pretty much the same sauce what you're looking at here. And the fish is going to get seared, nicely seared.
There you go.
We get a nice and hot going on there, which is what...
You realize I don't even need to be here, ladies and gentlemen? He's just commandeered the whole darn thing. Go ahead.
And this is the fish, which is a beautiful curry right here. And then we can go off on this. There you go. So
look at this.
That's your fish curry. Get some nice curry leaves going on there. It's delicious. It's got a little bit of lemon juice to cut it off because coconut milk is a little sweet.
I love coconut milk, and I'm glad you put that in there because as you started with the green chilies and then added the cayenne, I sat there and went, this is going to be way past my pay grade. But you said no, it's all right, especially with the coconut milk because it really cuts into it well.
I mean, try that. I mean, it's a little hot.
You don't have to ask me twice.
And the striped bass is getting almost ready. We got a nice, beautiful curry, but we already made some fish for you.
Oh, that really is good.
There you go.
And the best part is, here's the thing. So many restaurants, so many folks, they make a sauce like that, and it's just you really using it to, it doesn't matter what you put in it.
No.
The fish is just being a carrier, if you will, for the sauce. But that thing's flavorful.
It is so quick, right? You've seen it made. It took me literally 3 minutes to make this.
Right.
Of course, the prep has to be done. The prep is done. Prep is about 10 minutes.
If you have all your spices handy, and I have one of those old, remember Dean and DeLuca?
Yeah.
They used to have those test tubes of all the different spices. I still have that on my kitchen counter. So I've got all of that. I'm afraid to use 90% of it, though. So
Well,
don't.
most kitchens I go to, those spices have been sitting there for 10 years, you know. They doesn't come with an expiry date, but I like my spices to be fresh.
Yeah.
They also, the thing is, you know, the spices itself doesn't really have that great flavor, but
Right.
once you toss them, once you oven them, once you bake them or
A
grill
little
them,
heat changes the profile.
oh, absolutely.
doesn't
And then
it?
we
Yeah.
grind and make all these beautiful powders, including a garam masala, cinnamon powder. We have all this, you know, beautiful turmeric. We got
love it.
mango powders and all this stuff. So
I love it.
It's very flavorful. It's beautiful. I love this dish. It's so simple to make. It comes from southern part of India.
I love it. This is fantastic. All right. Chef Prasad will hook you up with this recipe on our website, fox61.com. And if you ever see him, know that his spices are new, number one. And don't accuse him of anything like Old Spice, because with this thing, he might hurt you. Good to see you as
Good
always.
seeing you. Come
Nice
see
to
me.
you. Oh, I absolutely. I'll be one of those 1,000 people at the next catering gig, because